Maltese MEP Roberta Metsola is on the edge of something special. Nominated by the European People's Party for the post of EU Parliament President, the 42-year-old is on the verge of holding one of the most prestigious political roles a Maltese person has ever had. In January, the European Parliament meets to vote on who will be its next president. And Metsola stands a really good chance of winning the coveted spot, which is one of the EU's most important. She's currently acting president of the European Parliament, following the untimely death of David Sassoli on 11th January 2022. There are still many challenges ahead for Metsola, with each political grouping vying for their candidate to get the top spot. But the acting president looks likely to win. Yet, Metsola's journey to the top of European politics hasn't been all smooth sailing. In 2004, invigorated by Malta's ascension to the EU, the then 25-year-old decided to contest Malta's first ever European Parliament election. Contesting on the PN ticket, she failed to get elected. But that didn't stop her. Metsola finally got elected to the European Parliament in 2013. 10 years after she first got into EU politics, after Simon Busuttil relinquished his MEP post to become the leader of the Nationalist Party. A year later, she retained her seat after winning 32,000 first-count votes at the next MEP election, making her the PN's most popular candidate and the second most popular candidate in the country. She even managed to increase that margin by the time 2019 rolled around. It wasn't long before an opportunity arose for Metsola, with Maynard McGuinness stepping down as first Vice President of the European Parliament to become EU Commissioner. This time, Metsola seized the moment, becoming the EPP's candidate for the job. Metsola stormed right through to the post and was elected first Vice President of the European Parliament, making her the second most senior out of the European Parliament's 705 MEPs. As an MEP, Metsola has focused heavily on irregular migration, presenting landmark proposals that could make the Mediterranean a safer place for everyone. She's also worked hard to finally address slap lawsuits, which sees powerful figures look to silence journalists and citizens with vexatious multi-million euro lawsuits. Metsola has also tackled topics ranging from LGBTIQ+ rights, AI regulation, media freedom, and foreign affairs. She's also never shied away from using her EU position to address local controversies, from Malta's sale of citizen scheme to the Panama Papers or the assassination of journalist Daphne Caruana Galizia. Metsola has even been called a traitor for her work, but that's never stopped her from doing what she thinks is right for Malta. She even represented the EPP as part of a delegation of MEPs looking into the rule of law situation in Malta, helping guide the country out of the political crisis that erupted in 2019. So what does the European Parliament President actually do? Considered one of the top positions in the EU, the President chairs, debates and oversees all of the activities of the Parliament and its constituent bodies, playing an active role in Parliament's affairs and issues that affect the EU as a whole. It will undoubtedly be the most prestigious role a Maltese person has ever had. After a slippery start to her political career, Metsola is now extremely close to landing one of the top roles in European politics. Not only will it be a personal crowning glory for the former law student, but a remarkable achievement for the entire nation.
My first priority now will be to do as I've always done since I got elected to this House in 2013, and that is to create alliances, to build bridges with the constructive pro-European forces in this House in order to go into the second half of this mandate stronger from all aspects, both in terms of politics and the legislation, in the decisions we take, but also the image we give as a European Parliament to the rest of the world.
She could soon get the golden chance to lead one of the EU's top institutions and put Malta on the international map like it's never been before.